Hello, I am Joe with Port Deco Divers. We're the local scuba diving shop here in Port Washington, Wisconsin. We've been in business now. This is our end of our second season up here in the Great Lakes and enjoying our Lake Michigan. So for us, being involved in our community is actually rather large. For being a scuba diving shop, we're more concerned about our water sports that we're all in. So we are involved in the outdoor swimming pool. We're involved in the aquatic center, which is TJ Middle School. We're involved with the swim team, and of course we're always big advocates for getting everybody into the lake and getting people back into our Great Lakes. It's some of the best bodies of water that we have here in the state of Wisconsin. It's definitely our clearest, and it's got the most heritage and history. So that is really our biggest objective. For Port Deco Divers, our greatest partnerships with the city, so for us, we've been in great partnerships with the city and municipality itself. Tom Malata, our mayor up here, has actually been a real big advocate for actually getting more people out into the lake, just like what we're trying to do as well. Another big partnership for us is also with the DNR. So we've been always in contact with our local game wardens. We're always, keeping in contact with them in protecting our shipwrecks as well, because from time to time we do have some issues out there. So we're always involved with them. We're also involved with our community as far as always providing other services for anybody. For us, again, more or less based in the water. So, we have fishermen that drop things. We try to help out in the marina as best we can. And also putting out all the shipwreck buoys every year and taking them back in. We help out Divers Delight and Ralph Ripple as well. Greatest benefits to our location here in Port Washington. For us as a business, the biggest benefit for us was actually being able to rent a business spot right on the water, because we're a scuba diving shop. So it made real big sense for us to be close to the water and obviously close to our charter boat, one that we actually can walk to and get straight on from right off our back deck. The other big draw for us as a scuba diving shop was actually the NOAA Sanctuary. So the NOAA Sanctuary has been working in this area since like 2008. The designation has been started. It's finally in its final processes, which is nice. But really basically from Port Washington or Ozaukee County line all the way up to the Manitowoc area, they're looking at making a national marine sanctuary and a preserve for the shipwrecks that we have here. A lot of people don't really realize it, but the amount of nautical history that's even in this little stretch of the Great Lakes spans hundreds of years, and it's all very well preserved in our Lake Michigan. It is a little bit cooler water on the bottom, but it does preserve all those shipwrecks. Here in Port Washington, we have some great wooden historical shipwrecks. Our most notable one, or our pinnacle wreck that we have for us, is the Northerner, which is right off our shores. It's about 6 miles straight out of the harbor mouth and a little bit south. And it rests in 130 feet of water, and it's a wonderful wooden shipwreck that's resting straight up and down on the bottom, and literally has wonderful bowsprit carving still attached to it. You still have the hand railing. Again, you can get onto these shipwrecks and you actually feel like you're on the boat back in the 1800s, sailing around the Great Lakes. Future goals for us here in Port Washington with Port Deco Divers, well, obviously the NOAA Marine Sanctuary is a huge goal for us. Getting that distinction moved in, and obviously it's going to be great advertisement for our area and the local shipwrecks that we have. Our other big goals that we have is our nonprofit that we got going as well. It's called SEPA. And really what SEPA ends up doing is it's going to end up bringing a lot more access points in for a lot of other water activities here in the Great Lakes. The big one that we're really working on is getting a nice big concrete staircase right off our breakwater so that all visitors can get on the Toledo with ease of access. It also is going to give a really nice entrance point for kayakers and other water sport enthusiasts and snorkelers. Other big projects that we have going with that as well, we're going to start going out to the local schools and colleges and their arts programs. We're going to have to start having them build structures or sculptures that actually represent their schools so that we can actually place them in the Great Lakes as part of what we consider an artist preserve almost, right? So they'll be able to display their creations that they've made, and they'll be at the bottom for snorkelers and scuba divers to view, and also on top of all that, even bring in new fish habitat for all the species in the Great Lakes. So the biggest thing that's happened with the Great Lakes in the later years now is all the invasive species that have come in and actually driven out all the natural species. So we're really, what our big plans for all these sculptures and all these other shipwrecks that we also want to sink is also bring back more habitat for these lost species, or give them a ground or a foothold to come back on, right? Make it what we also call, or what Dr. Sylvia Earle calls, our hope spots. And technically that might be what we're really trying to do here, is create a hope spot for their Lake Michigan species as well. So that's one of our big goals and our big projects. Bring back the life and the fishing quality of the Great Lakes used to have. So for us here in Port Washington, our perfect day. Our perfect day for me is nice, calm, flat seas out on Lake Michigan. We have a full charter boat. It's nice and sunny out, so we're going to get great visibility. The sun's actually going to warm us up too, obviously, when we come up from our dives. We're heading out to one of the shipwrecks, going out diving. You know, when we're diving, my perfect day diving is a little current, a 1 knot current underwater. It helps keep that visibility nice and clear. And on a great day for us, the Mahoning or the Northerner can give us 60 to 100 foot visibility at a bare minimum. The Northerner typically bow to stern on a good day with that nice little current and good sunlight. You'll see bow to stern and then plus some, so you'll have over 100 foot visibility. And then that for me has always been our perfect day here.